happy to see you. Ellevan, how you doing?
I'm feeling like garbage today.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
See your energy, and I'm waiting now your frequency to rise. Before you interact with me, before you collab with me, or try, better get up on your frequency. Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot. Being high has helped me with my anxiety. It's helped my social skills.
Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host Ellevan,
And my name is Winnie.
and we are the gateway drug to mindfulness.
And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners.
I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie, and we are the gateway drug to mindfulness.
And today,
We're all set up here. It's nice to see you. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen you.
I know I'm very excited actually to see you guys again.
We've
now
been
in
on
my
a
mind.
trip. We've went away and then came back, and now we're back. Time is so trippy. Time and space is so trippy to me because it's like you're in another place that is very vastly different than what you normally experience in your day-to-day, your routine. And maybe we don't know that. That's why it's so good to get away. Because when I was leaving Toronto, I always liked Toronto. But when I was leaving, I was like, I just need a little refresh. Then we went to Alberta. And then we went to Vancouver. Both places very different. And both places reminded me of part of the reasons why I love Toronto. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see you. Ellevan, how you doing?
I'm feeling like garbage today.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Should we crack that open or should we just keep going with the...
I can't lie to you guys.
Okay.
Like, I'm over here trying to fucking pep up, and I'm very excited to be back here. We had some dope guests that we wanted to have on, and we did that, and this is our first one back, and I should be happy. But when you're not happy, you circulate this guilt shit. I wasted like 2 hours being upset about something today. I'm still upset about it. So either this episode is a fucking bummer or you're going to see me climb the emotional scale. And I hope it's the latter. But this fucker has been holding on today. If you ever listen to us and feel patronized, I don't fucking blame you. I can't get on board with this fluffy, happy bullshit right now either. So maybe this would be a blessing for someone going through a struggle. Watch this when you're pissed off. That should be the title. Because I'm not having any of this fucking shit today. You've been nothing but a fucking queen and a princess trying to help and come to my aid. I woke up. So here's how my day went. I stayed up till like 1 watching this Grizzlies documentary that actually was done by an old friend of mine in Vancouver. Trippy. I watched something about Vancouver by someone I know in Vancouver on Crave after just having come back from Vancouver. So there's no doubt like emotions going through my being probably. But one of the things, we made this sweet little connection before we left here, and I like to get projects done. I was feeling like I had to do something on the road, so I did. Because of all the footage management to my phone, I must have deleted some things, and I forgot about that. And I must have deleted it. So when my day went great, I woke up early. I went to a Pilates hot hit class that Wynn taught. I came back, and I was just pretty tired, and I woke up, and I remembered, okay, I got to get to this today. And I went to go check it, and it was gone. And that just fucking destroyed me and like kept me down for hours, like really hating myself, like deeply, like get Win your bank account passwords because I'm going to go fucking kill myself. Like that anger, like that level of disappointment and hurt and sad. So yeah, this like Mr. Happy guy, I'm that on purpose because this is the alternative. It's dark in here. And Winnie's been like really vibrating as best you can. It's like trying to stay in alignment, but you can't drag me out. No. So, and I can't quite, I'm still trying to get back on the horse to create, but it's bad. This is very disappointing. I shot and edited this like fucking great thing that I brainstormed.
Yeah.
And I just deleted it, and I can't get over it, and that's so frustrating.
I mean, that is really frustrating, obviously. And you've also kind of been having these experiences, these sort of like moments where there's a choice to be made whether or not you will be punished or rewarded. And I wonder if there's a place in between.
Well, there's a split second. I know that when I woke up, I know I should have meditated again, and I didn't. And I got back to work on other things because I felt like behind because I took like a 2-hour nap, and or an hour and a half nap that was still in the morning. But yeah, it's just since we've been back trying to catch up, that feeling. But there's a split second. Okay, you can just say, it was a shitty video anyway, and move on and create something new and fresh. But yeah, I went down that bad fork. I went down that bad energy fork. And the win is I didn't punch myself in the face.
Yeah, I thought that you were like definitely what was happening
like
physically was like an improvement.
Yeah, but I did throw myself into the door.
Which door?
That door.
Oh,
the heavy
shit.
one.
Yeah, it's a heavy door.
So, and it's like I wanted to hurt myself when I did it, so I know it was kind of like passive aversion of punching myself in the face. So, anyway, there's some of that real for you, because we're not fucking lying over here. Yeah, basically, I have nowhere else to go. Like, I want to edit this music video and finish it, but it's like I just want to kill myself. I'm just so angry. I can't forgive myself for that mistake. And I'm not willing to reshoot. I've been reshooting, which I hate myself for, because it's like I'm folding already. But yeah, I'm just all sorts of fucked up. That's how I am.
Yeah. Hey, we're all there sometimes. I wonder where does this come from?
I don't know.
This disappointment in self. Because I've been trying to tell you that, like, whenever I see you having one of these moments, which is not very often anymore. But when I do, I've been trying to be like, oh, is this your body requesting energy, adrenaline? Are you upper limiting yourself right now? Is this just a reaction, a response to your physical body and what it needs?
You mean like I'm tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, could be.
Or was there a pattern starting to create where you got fed with a type of reward system, and then when it didn't turn out your way?
Of course, like making assets and selling them?
Yeah, but what is that though? Like, let's break that down, because it's like creating assets and selling them, like,
or just like being like creating art, like doing that, like being a content creator. Yeah, of course.
So like, but that what's the worst that happens? You delete it, right? And it's gone. Yeah, gone forever.
The worst that could happen happened.
Not so crazy, right?
Yes, Winnie, absolutely fucking crazy. That I wouldn't back that up.
In the grand scheme of things, though, like when you're
not enough. Like, okay,
I think
sorry, but like there's some internal hate with all high achievers, and that's absolute fucking bullshit. Unacceptable garbage. Irrefutable evidence that you don't deserve the fucking role you've carved out for yourself if you can't fucking manage your shit.
So what's something that we could do? Like, perhaps we can blueprint something. Maybe not right now in this moment, but
back things up.
As you start to climb the emotional scale, but things are going to happen. Like, here's the thing is like, yes, you've learned from this now, back things up. Do you think that I'm not going to back things up all the time? Like, there's going to be one time in our future that's constantly getting better and more exciting. There's going to be lots of times in our future where I don't back things up.
But I can
metaphorically and like. But okay, so then, Why are you treating yourself so poorly?
Because I should know better.
There's no room for error.
No, not at this point. I mean, I'm gonna punish myself by not doing the asset again.
You understand how tight that feels, right? Like you prefer flow, you prefer fluidity in the when you're in aligned.
Not with results. Not you can't fuck around. Like that's the thing. You run your own shit. There's no. All I can do is take it as a sign from the universe that it wasn't supposed to happen.
And that helps you.
That's it. Just cut it off. Just forget about it. Put it to sleep. Bury it.
I don't know. That seems like it's coming from this deep place of like fear and insecurity and like, you know, being segregated. Yeah, segregated at times, and you just shut it down. That's like when, you know, my real sexy side is coming out, and it might just be too much for me in that moment because I'm dealing with a lot of sex shame, and then I retreat.
What?
It's a side of you trying to express.
What side?
I don't. That's for you to uncover. I just gave you an example. I don't know.
In what action are you saying? What's expressing in me? The thing that says no error?
Yes. No, the thing that says
the thing that says
please let me have an error.
No, fuck you. Fuck off. Don't be a fucking piece of shit. Don't delete things.
Are you gonna talk to your like child self like that?
No, not my child in real life.
But even your child self, like,
well, my child self doesn't make these assets.
Is requesting to be allowed to make mistakes.
I don't buy it.
That's crazy. You're a human being. You're not fucking artificial intelligence. Like, this is part of what we're doing here. It's not supposed to be up all the time.
Yeah.
You're allowed to emote. You're allowed to get angry. But then you've been staying there just for too long now. Like, it hurts to see yourself hurt yourself. To see you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, and they're wondering, like, how do we fix this?
You don't.
There's gotta be a way of understanding that you don't need to self-inflict. There's got to be. I refuse to believe that.
I think it's valuable.
That's not there.
I think that the only thing that separates those that don't have excuses. And for my ego identity, I guess, the thing that understands what should be being done by what time kind of thing, that's just unacceptable. Like, that behavior is just unacceptable.
That's less sustainable for progress.
I gotta fire myself in some capacity. There has to be some level of it's not even punishment, it's like retribution for the timeline that should have been. It's just irresponsible.
And you don't think the reaction of the last 2 hours isn't irresponsible?
It is. And I wish I could shake it, but I can't. Like, I just hate that mistake so much. I can't forgive myself right now.
Yeah.
Not yet. I've tried to. I tried to do self-forgiveness meditation, and I literally squirmed out of it.
It's because you're too close to it.
Yeah, so it's not a light switch.
Yeah.
It's not a light. Like,
that's valuable.
I'm aware right now that I'm incorrect in my motto, and I'm aware that I'm being very vulnerable. Mm-hmm. So, like, just by being wrong, I'm aware I'm being openly wrong, but I'll die here on purpose. So I get that. I get that old school
Italian
hard. It's like deeply hard.
No, I'm not gonna move.
Fuck you. Fuck me, you know? Yeah.
Well, hey, if nothing
Bullshit.
else, this
Complete
is a
bullshit.
good example of like,
Yeah, and I haven't budged. I thought I was going to climb the emotional scale, but no. This is not a fucking magic trick.
you've budged a little bit.
Have I?
Yeah, you've definitely come up a little bit.
Oh, well, I've been trying to, so that's good news. But, okay, something that maybe can make the difference. Let's just talk about our, here's what we're going to do. Fuck that asset. It was probably a piece of shit anyway. I was probably just wrong in thinking how dope and functional it was and how much it was going to help us. But that's done. It's zapped. It's over. The universe said, don't do that. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not fucking doing it. So it's over. That deleted itself out of my life. So I'm going to choose to relinquish it and leave it and let it go. What did we just do? What did we just do for the past 10 days? That was fucking cool.
We went, yeah.
We've dropped some vlogs about it.
Yeah, we went to...
I don't know if you guys have been watching the vlogs on the channel or on Instagram, but...
Fuck you if you haven't.
No, never fuck you guys.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's fuck me.
Yeah, we dropped some vlogs. Vancouver was so wonderful. It was so great to be there. Ellevan and I lived there together from 2008 to 2012. And that's where we met. We met in an improv troupe, for those listening.
On Craigslist.
On Craigslist. Formed on Craigslist. We met on Craigslist informally. And Vancouver was really rough for us. We were early 20s, young kids that really had big dreams and didn't know any type of implementation.
Just swinging with your eyes closed and just very distracted.
And so we left Vancouver to move in to my parents' basement in Alberta. So leaving Vancouver was not a fun thing. We knew that we had to do it because we were just drowning. Yeah. I would say we were drowning at that point. We had gone past sinking. And so Vancouver's always felt a little like it did us wrong, you know? And so going back there, we've gone back there multiple times, but this time it was really to do whatever our hearts desired. It wasn't, because when we've gone back there, it's been for, we went to the Whistler Film Festival for our movie, Nobody Famous.
As work.
If you don't know that film, you can find it on video on demand or whatever. So go see it, Nobody Famous. So we always added work onto our little trips that we took. But this time it was a 6-day trip to go see family and to go see friends. And of course we created because we want that for ourselves. But it was really there was this interesting sense.
Oh, this is actually good perspective. The universe was like, fuck you, bitch, you're the feds. I brought work on vacation. So the universe took it away from me.
Haha.
Good. What a dumb piece of shit I am. Or was to try and do that. Anyway, continue.
And then we stayed with one of my very good friends, Justin. Shout out, Justin.
Oh, man.
Thank
what a
you.
Sweetheart. Justin and Dan.
Yeah. We stayed at their beautiful place.
It was so West End, Vancouver.
Ooh,
they're so doing it right.
It's a 5-minute walk from the ocean.
They're doing it right.
It's absolutely gorgeous for 3 nights. And then we hoteled it 3 nights in 3 different places.
Oh,
in the city.
Winnie killed it on these bookings.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really went into Vancouver fresh.
Yeah.
We've been training here. It's like Toronto is where you go to make a difference, become something, hopefully not delete your assets. And that's just some Vancouver ass shit. You know what I mean? That's just some Vancouver ass shit.
Well, and it's so crazy because
the Toronto me is you're fired, get the fuck out of here, you're a piece of shit, go kill yourself. And that's how you get results in life. Honestly, you got to be fucking hard with yourself. And then the Vancouver me was like, oh, delete. And that's how it made me feel before trying to build a business there, trying to do anything there, still not trying to take shots at Vancouver. We have a whole new love for it. But I was just on some slow paced, dumbass energy. So that was me being on vacation and trying to fit work into vacation.
That's an interesting perspective. And if that makes you feel better, then I say follow that. I just wanted to say that...
Back to your good story, though. I just had to drag it down a little bit.
I also just wanted to combat your or what did you say? You said like being hard with yourself gets shit done.
Yeah.
And I think when we had Michael on the show from Kindling, I think he had a similar statement to that. And I think you may have combated it at that time as well. But being hard on yourself, I don't think gets work done. Being excited to create and creating boundaries around that, I think gets work done. This being hard on yourself is out of trend now. That was so 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, be hard on yourself. And if you love someone, be hard on them too, because you're doing it out of love. We don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to hate yourself to get results. And honestly, if you do, I don't really know if those results are worth it. So that's what I wanted to say about that.
It's pretty good.
Vancouver was awesome. We
it was
the first
great.
night,
So
because
went in
we were
fresh.
dreaming about all of the places that we wanted to go and eat, because the food there is just,
World class.
it is really, and even like you can find cheaper, less expensive meals that are really, really fantastic and delicious. Probably not something that you could eat every day, most likely. But our first stop was
Japa Dog.
Japa Dog.
So good, and they have a Wagyu beef now, sausage.
And so the Japa Dog, if you're unaware, too bad, because it's delicious, is beef with dried seaweed and wasabi mayo on it, and grilled onions, teriyaki onions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's out of control good.
Wasabi mayo.
And then we were so excited to be there. It was a beautiful evening that we kept walking. So we were at the Sandman Hotel next to BC Place, or whatever that is. And we kept walking until we hit all the way to the other side of the city, which only took like half an hour, English Bay. And in between there,
Yeah.
we stopped at...
Fritz? No, that was on the way back.
That was on the way back.
Nat's Pizza, which is
Yes.
a classic pizza place that
Yes,
I
Nat's.
went when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Nat's
Nice
was
guy.
good. Nice guy. He's been there since I was in high school. But yeah, it was a deeply profound experience as well for me,
Yeah.
reflecting on these areas and some experiences I've had.
Why were you doing that, Ellevan?
What, you mean the album?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wrote an album called High School. And yeah, it talks about some things I experienced during high school. And these photos that we did, like one of the reasons for going to Vancouver was to do photos in front of my old high schools. So I had two. One, I went to for 1 year, and now that's a completely brand new school. Like, completely. Used to be field in the back, school in the front. Now it's field in the front, school in the back. Like, not renovated, like completely new.
You all had porta potties too, right?
Yeah, we had portables.
Portables.
Porta potties. Yeah, no, there was no toilets. We pissed shit everywhere. Yeah, no, there was a lot of portables. There's a lot of porta potties in when I was going there. It's an old ass school. But yeah, then the other one was downtown, and I think we got the shot there. That looked really good. But yeah, we were going around station by station with these areas that I had these experiences in. And yeah, I was just basically narrating it, and from a perspective of, in the moment then, but also to go with my new energy, like everything I've become in Toronto has been really good, really empowering.
Yeah, he was
Really
getting
nice.
a lot of looks from the ladies over in Vancouver.
And the guys.
And the men.
The dudes are like, what is this? It was like, fucking, you're allowed to be bright and strong, bro. You can smile and still hold your fucking
Here's
own.
the thing, is that like I think a lot of people don't realize or won't like say they have seasonal affective disorder in Canada, because we were watching Eugene Levy's new travel series last night.
Yeah, I just feel like him right now.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh, I don't particularly like it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What? Anything.
yeah, he said it. He said, like, Canadians they don't live like up here vibrationally. Like, we kind of just get by like
Yeah.
that. He nailed it. And that's true. Like,
Because he was in Finland, and
yeah.
it's the happiest country in the world.
Yeah. And also, like, winters are hard across the board here. And I think it would serve us to maybe admit that it's a little bit harder than we're letting on in the wintertime. I don't know how I got to this place.
Anyway, I am climbing the vibrational scale, though.
Yeah.
My cognitive moral, and it sucks to keep focusing on it, but my I'm just observing my vibration. Probably weed helps too.
Definitely.
I'm still cognitively like absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
But like emotionally, I'm able to like move on to something else then maybe.
Yeah. So that's a great step. You're not fixated.
Well,
Anymore.
don't speak too soon.
I know. Well, maybe
Keep
we
it
should
moving.
roll something.
Yeah. Oh, you got some regulate for us. And we still have a sativa from the Karma Cup.
Is that?
Let's roll this up.
Yeah, let's roll
Let's see
that
what
up.
this does. And this cool tray.
Oh, and we got tattoos before we left on our
shit,
trip,
that's
everybody.
Right. Oh, and we got to hang out with our... Oh, Alberta was fun, too. We kind of skipped over Alberta.
Yeah.
We kind of... Are you comfortable talking about Alberta?
Sure.
That was really fun.
It was really
That was
fun.
probably the best Alberta trip we've ever had.
My brother picked us up from the airport. Thanks,
So
bro.
nice. Thank you, Kos.
And it really feels like everyone has just accepted one another as is.
It was the most painless trip to, like, for me, the in-laws, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was the most painless trip I've ever experienced. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. My dad rode 153 kilometers on his bike.
On his 65th birthday.
Yeah, so it took him just under 5 hours, and that was just so, like,
What's
inspiring
up, dude?
to
That's
see.
Yeah, dude. The 60-year-olds right now are saying no worries. Like, they're not letting age get them down at all.
yeah.
I'm seeing hot 7-year-olds out here.
I know. Well,
Fucking keep it moving.
Eugene is 75, he said on this show.
And he's fucking going like this in the snow.
Yeah, he's killing it out there in the wild. I'm sure he's not there anymore. They've shot it now, so he's already done it. But
Shout out Canadians,
did.
though, too. But your mom is also a sweet little banger. She's a little cute thing, too.
yeah. Yeah, so it was super fun. We had a little birthday party for my dad. We had Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
And we got to hang out with our nephew
Yes.
and niece.
And they're...
She's still a baby, so you can't really fully hang out with her. You can say hi and look at her and let her look at you, and like she hangs out, you know. But we really got to kick it with our little nephew.
Yeah.
That was so fun, man. He's such a gas, and it was so cute to see him get like fucking pissed when we left. Like, not pissed, but like sad.
Yeah.
He's such a sweet, polite little guy.
I know.
And has really good parents, but like, he's so cute when we leave. He's like, that's so cute.
I know. He accidentally, like, almost hit me with, like, a toy or something, and he immediately was like, oops, sorry.
I know.
So
He's so
freaking-
self-aware. It was the best thing to see. I was showing him like my cam, you know, and I brought up Winnie's dad's tripod, and I had it on there, and I was like showing him the camera, and then he, like, I don't know, moved it up too far, and it just fell, and then he was just made the cutest little oops, and like concerned, like, I think he said it too, oops, sorry. It's just like oops, and looked at me. I was like, it's okay. And I
Like,
pulled
as
it back
soon
in.
as that's nice.
Like,
It's nice to be like, oh, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, whoopsie.
Yeah,
That's
so
cute. Yeah.
All of us should do that more often, I think.
Adults are so funny, like, when it comes to, like, taking blame or, like, just in general, like, saying sorry. It's like immediate liability, right?
Yeah.
But it's a nice thing to do. It is just like a considerate thing to do.
It's just so much easier to move on when, you know, you take
But then-
responsibility and forgive yourself.
But there's something I've been also trying to live by. Who said it? I think Eben, who was on the show, he said, like, he tries not to say sorry because, like, or I apologize, because it is attaching yourself to sorrow. And, like, when you profess constantly sorry, you're almost, like, retreating, apologizing for yourself, shrinking.
Well, that's a whole other thing. If you're saying sorry all the time when you're actually not sorry.
I think some overdo it.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
but like if there's a moment where you're like, you say something and then you think, that was me reacting and not responding. I think like hey, Abe, sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
That was my bad real quick.
That's nice.
But not to sit in it. You're right though, because if you shame yourself, if you go, oh fuck, I'm a fucking idiot, I shouldn't have fucking said shit. Now I'm scared because I have to say sorry, but I don't really want to say sorry because that means I've done something wrong, and like you go in this fucking rabbit hole of bullshit.
It's more so of just like you don't want to constantly be like shrinking, you know?
No, of course not. Shine bright.
Shine bright.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I guess it's part of the winner's mentality to like forgive yourself and move on.
I think so. I think that like I just think there's sustainability in that, because then you'll try more and you'll fail more but you'll try more, so you'll win more.
Do you think that the asset sucked?
No, I just don't think I don't necessarily think it sucked. I don't think we would have been able to use it publicly. I think that there was a breach.
Why?
Do we want to get into who it was for?
No, it's just incorrect. It's just, that's incorrect information you're saying right there. There's no guidelines that suggest that.
I don't know.
Okay, this is just confusion. You're just putting a blanketed confusion.
Like, I'll get into specifics with you after the show.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Man, I'm back. Fuck.
So there's some oscillating, you know.
Yeah, it goes up and it comes
going
down.
Up, coming down.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, you know, there's sometimes where it doesn't go up. I think that's good to talk about too.
Sometimes life sucks.
Sometimes you have to get through the day and then go to sleep, but prime yourself before bed. So if you're at the end of your day, you're listening to this and you're like, I resonate hard. I've had a shitty day. What the fuck am I doing with my life? All of those thoughts when you're sort of down lower. When
basically you got to get to a point where it's just like, fuck it. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Bury it. Fuck it. Say it with me. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think the fuck it is actually it's above anger, right? Like it's actually higher than maybe like, what it sounds like.
Okay, when I was in the room like wanting to punch myself, like when I freaked out and ran in the room.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes and I could see what my Merkaba was doing as though it was like the water molecule.
Oh.
You know the water molecule with the affirmation?
Yes.
I started to see it from the inside. I started to see what it was turning into. Oh. And it's like, that's holding negative thoughts. That's the breeding ground for, this is when this pain started. That's the key of injury, of sickness, of disease expanding, is sitting with negative thoughts. I could feel it because I've been in such a good vibration. It's almost like you gotta pay the anger toll. You gotta like you can't be happy forever. You have to sink or something. I don't know. It's very bizarre.
It is very bizarre.
And it's like something I can't blame on anyone else. Like, clock that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like this is all bullshit. Like somehow this vibration needed to be expressed, whether it is, cathartic through some sub feelings that I've had going through Vancouver, maybe even, who knows?
Yeah.
There's energy in your body that needs to move, but like when the mind joins it and it needs to be expressed. So it's like, how do we express it? I had a workout today, you know, I'm tired.
You did take a cold shower.
That helped. You were right there with the suggestions. You were right there with the suggestions.
I know. I stayed high vibe for so long.
For
I'm actually
so
impressed with
long.
myself.
Yeah,
I
it was
did come
crazy.
down, and now I've come slightly back up. But
Which is good.
it was great. Yeah, I was having good times.
You've just been on it too since we've been back.
Well, like I told you yesterday, that was probably a reaction to that dream that I had.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What?
Being on it was a reaction to
Oh.
the dream that I had.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I told you about that. Should we talk about it?
If you want to. I've been pretty vulnerable and open with my state today.
Yeah. Yesterday, I had a dream for the very first time that Ellevan broke up with me.
No.
And we were at a resort with people that I knew, including friends and family. And the breakup was out of anger. It was a very angry breakup. And then it was so like nonchalant after that. It was so like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, like that's like they were like you didn't expect to be together forever, did you?" Like everyone was so just like, and my heart was broken. And I was trying, and then I didn't even know that I was out of the dream. That's the crazy thing, is that like I was in so much emotional pain that I leaped out of my. Like, I was not conscious. Like, my consciousness didn't hit me until after I was peeing on the toilet. And then I started bawling. I thought I was still in the dream. And then, and then Ellevan, it was a bizarre experience. And then Ellevan comes running into the bathroom and, like, I'm on the toilet, like, really hurt. Like, that was funny. What I just did, really, truly in an emotional way. Like,
Yo, it was so wild. Like this
in
was
so much pain.
This was such a deep cry. You know, such an intense, deep cry.
So we've both had pretty extreme emotional things happen in the last 2 days after we've come back from vacation. So I think it's honestly, there's some jet lag and some like interesting things that are releasing from our bodies.
Yeah, and you just find like safe little ways to express them. Like yours was a dream, mine was a thing that I can't blame on anyone else, that only I can control. Like these are set up perfectly for us to have like an ambiguous expression. That's such fucking bullshit. I hate being a human sometimes. I knew that all day. I was like, the more I tried to get out of it, the further in it I sunk.
Because you were focused on it.
God damn it, no.
You were focused on the problem end of the stick.
No, not just that. That's true at like the other times during this experience. But in the experience when I knew the difference and the feeling was there, but the head was getting clear, I would try to get out of it and reshape, and then it would just pull me further.
Because you're too far. What do you mean? What would you do? Like try to change your focus?
Yeah, no, just try an affirmation. Like try an affirmation that was like, things are gonna get better or something like that. Or
so,
like when you said it's always working out, I'm like, I don't believe that. Like that's just.
So that's when I like when
really
I'm
hard.
in
It
that
felt
way.
patronizing.
Yeah, I know you said that too, and I think like it could be of value to say that I've been there too and felt like that too.
That's what I mean. I don't want to be at the risk of that on this podcast either. That's why I'm like, I'm just be fucking mad real about today.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like I don't want to come off like life is easy 24/7.
Yeah, no.
Like if you think about the actual scope of my problem today, though, it's such a privileged problem to have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was you nailed it. There was energy that needed to be moved, and you looked like outside of you instead of like. There's things that we're not ready to necessarily uncover yet. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that healing ever stops. I think it's a constant thing.
You can see what it is. Like that's what I'm going through right now. It's like, okay, you understand it is not accurate. the details aren't the problem. Your emotional state's the problem. And, I mean, it's a process that, like, I'm just pissed off that I wasted time. I think it's, like, deep.
By wasting more time, though.
Right. Again, I'm trying to justify the problem. Yeah, interesting. Sometimes the wisest shit you can say is nothing, too, and just let it simmer out.
For sure. I find
I just
for
wanted
me,
to explore it.
like, I need to usually find a place by myself because when you're by yourself, you can't blame. There's no one around to put the blame on,
And
right?
there's no
So
other force.
there's no other energy for sure. So if that's a possibility, that might be a trick for anyone, you know, who might be going through the same thing at work or something. Your coworkers are driving you crazy. Like, maybe just step out for 15 minutes and, like, go grab a tea and take a moment. And if your boss doesn't let you do that, then that should be a conversation.
Dude, thank God I don't have a job. You can't just throw fits. I am not societally like, I'm not acclimated. I'm like a wild animal. Like, your own schedule making ass motherfucker. Like, you choose what you do, where you do it, and then, like, there's no cap. There's no bottle cap to it. When it needs to happen, it just happens. Very expressive. I don't want to be too impulsive, though.
There's a balance.
But, like, that feeling today just took over.
Yeah, I hear you.
That just took over. That was just deep disappointment. And I guess I had some feelings in my body that I wasn't allowing to express themselves, maybe. I'm not sure. But regardless, our time in Vancouver was fucking epic.
It was so epic. I also just wanted to, do you have a thought?
No, go.
I want to just touch base on, so, like, by yourself, just to offer some, like, you know, sort of fast track paths to a solution potentially.
Please.
And then creating affirmations, not when you're not in alignment, not when you're down in the low frequency, but when you get back up, just write it down when you're, you know, not in alignment, put it somewhere, put it in your brain. To think about affirmations that, like, you might be able, that might be more easily accessible to you when you're in a state.
That you might believe when you're at your top bullshit calling attitude.
Yeah. One that really helps me out. I actually 333. I've actually become quite soft with myself. Because I'm not generally, I don't lean on anger, I lean on sadness.
Oh, perfect.
So,
I always lean on anger, so we must balance each other out in the universe. And I don't allow myself to feel sadness.
Yeah.
You feel it all. You
but
feel all the
even
sadness.
still,
I've been
I've been rerouting a lot. Like, something, you know, an affirmation for me that's good is that, like, all emotions are part of the human experience. Like, kind of starting there, being just validating my own current experience, right? Like, I know that I experience a vast range of emotions, and I know that changes on a daily basis. Just remind yourself that
those bitches fluctuate.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
What the fuck?
So in January,
it's like a whole different experience.
I think I said this on the episode before we left.
I frowned for like an hour and a half straight.
And that's tough work on your face muscles.
I got to put on some of that new eye cream.
Yeah.
Continue.
What was I saying?
I don't know. Frowning? No, I said that. What were you saying?
I think to wrap it up for this segment is that just like find some affirmations when you're high up that you're like, oh, this might be something that can speak to me when I'm not so high up, that I can rely on.
What are some of those? Can you give an example?
Yeah, so the ones that I just said, that, like, validating emotions, like, remind yourself, like, all emotions are part of the human experience. All are valid. There's nothing wrong with
But how does that help someone in the moment?
Because it helps to soften you up. Because what is happening is you're fighting against the feeling of feeling bad. So just by fighting and putting your attention on feeling bad, you're going to create more of it. So when you just say,
that's what happened.
Yeah. So when you just say, look, this happens sometimes. Like, I don't need to fight this. I can feel this. I can give myself an opportunity to be angry. I can inquire about why I'm angry. I can get curious if I want to, or I can just punch my fists and scream into a pillow for 10 minutes. Like when you
10
just
minutes,
step
that's
out,
it?
Well, if it was straight, you might be exhausted by the end of it. You know, there's things that I think that you can do. So just when you're in alignment, and I think that you should do this too and bring some to the table next time. Another one that is like so great for me is I am open to feeling better. It doesn't mean that I have to feel better. So that really works for me.
That helps.
Yeah, because it's like if I don't have to feel better, then that at least I'm not feeling like I have to do it. But I'm open to it. If it happens, it could be cool. You know, so that one I really love. And then you'll start to feel yourself feel better. And then you can go to more like, oh, I enjoy like peaceful interactions. I enjoy balance and harmony inside my own body. Like, and then you just eventually step it up to lots of great stuff, specific stuff. But I like to stay general and soft.
Fuck. That takes more discipline.
Yeah.
That takes way more.
If you're already gone, that's why you have to catch it right at the start.
That takes more emotional intelligence too. And those two things I'm very high on. Like rating. Like if out of 10, we're going north of 8 for both of those. But I failed today.
It's like sometimes the fuse for you is shorter and you can't catch it.
Shout out Tourette's. Shit. Well, my emotional vibrational state has raised since we started this show. Have I worked through emotional forgiveness for myself? Probably not. Like still pretty like I don't want to do that project today. I'm just gonna like fucking forget about it. Which sucks because I wanted to do something with that website, but kill it, it's dead.
It seems that way, like
but have I worked through it? You know, cognitively, like mentally. Like I feel like this was understanding it. It wasn't solving it, but it was understanding it. And some things that just I don't really have answers for, which is the great, like other than the pragmatic things like back everything up, double check it, but like there's no troubleshooting for just like human error, like mistake. You know, and to your point, like hopefully it's the last. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But like, yeah, it's a good emotional intelligence. Shh. It's a good emotional intelligence like muscle to learn to forgive you. But it's so funny because I am good at forgiving myself on the fly, like when I freestyle. But I don't know. Very interesting. Still down to explore it. I mean, not here now, but just like in general. So yeah, I'll I don't know if I can write any affirmations right now.
No, I don't
Not
suggest
motivated
it.
to do
I
it
don't
now.
suggest. No, I said take that with you and like bring it back next time. I don't think you should do that right now.
You gotta do affirmations from a more empowered place.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you feel like disappointed, that's I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. You know this game?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was real good. Remember with the knives? I used to play with a knife.
I don't like it.
That's cool. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Do you have a fun fact? Do you have a fun fact? Do you have a fun fact? Do you have a fun fact?
Fun fact. The iris is the colored part of the eye we can see. The iris is actually a muscle that changes the size of the pupil when needed.
Whoa.
So you know when your pupil gets smaller to let less light in and bigger to let more light in the day and the dark?
Whoa.
That is your iris muscle. Do it like squishing it down or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
Fuck.
that's cool, right?
That's amazing. And it's such beautiful colors.
Yeah, they can be. It says that in here.
Like so
I mean,
many
we all know the colors.
amazing eyes in this world. I have pretty cool eyes.
Yeah.
You have beautiful eyes.
Eyes are just, oh my goodness. How crazy is it that when you lock eyes with someone that you don't know very well or even a stranger, it's not very long. There's maybe 3 seconds that go by. That might be even too long before it starts feeling so intense. Like without saying anything.
I love
or
it.
looking away. I know you love it. Oh, if you ever need a little adrenaline rush, maybe not for you, but for me, like all I have to do is walk out on the street and just look at someone.
Yeah, does that make you feel?
If it's long enough, yeah. Because I either have to feel like I'm responding to them. Like if you just look at someone deadpan,
Yeah.
that's creepy, first of all.
I got
Don't
that
do
in Vancouver a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, and then you like smile at them and they're just like, they just look away.
Comment below if you also feel that. But is this just a me thing or are more people like you?
No, I think the more people are like you, like I from what I observe, like it's rare when someone holds good eye contact.
Yeah.
We met Tiger. We met this great guy named Tiger on the road, and we ended up like just hanging out with him for like a part of the day. It was awesome. Great
guy. It was
guy
so awesome.
from Edmonton. And that was one of the first things I noticed about him when we talked is he was able to hold eye contact. And there's a certain purity that comes with that.
Yeah.
There's a certain like, I am here in this moment with you, like no matter what, kind of like when you make eye contact with someone. And that's really special. That's you're right. That's a thing humans can do. It gives, makes you feel alive. I remember that like when I was a teenager. But I think I broke through making eye contact when I started to do it on stage, like to look at people in the front row, because I even explored with like wearing glasses. Like that's very distracting. I don't know how, especially rappers, I don't know how you guys wear glasses sometimes. Like it's dark in this venue. What are you doing? Like
they're just feeling it in their other
and that's
senses.
good. But like just going more from like that, and that's cool. Maybe they need to remember the stuff. I'm not judging. I'm saying like I had a profound experience where I started making eye contact with people as I was rapping at them and like watching them watch me. And then my mouth was just going with this beat and song, even if I was making it up, whether I'm doing a cover, an original, or a freestyle. It's like I know I'm attached to the observer because I'm watching someone's eyes watch me. The human has learned to do a thing that people will watch. Look at the smoke settling. That's so cool.
I know, it's so cool.
So cool. But yeah, that deep moment. So I thirst for eye contact a lot just from that. Like, that's just beautiful. Like, and then if you're not on stage or something, if you're just like in a restaurant or on a train or a plane or something or a lounge or whatever, and you like make eye contact with someone and don't say anything, like maybe you're like far away, like you're kind of far away, but you just observe each other for a minute and you can send energy through physical signals almost, right? It's like a virtue signal. It's like a signal, like a nod, a wave, a smile, brighten your eyebrows, open your eyes. See, oftentimes I'll find myself smiling, talking about just interacting with other people. Other people make life great. Other people do. They make life great.
I know, yeah.
This is why we got so fucking sad during the vid.
Totally.
Where they like that. I don't care what side you're on about the private medical choices, but like the thing that hurt the most was keeping us apart.
Yeah.
That was not fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That was not cool. That was not kind. That hurt. It physically hurt. Like, people need hugs. People need to go out around each other. That's really, really part of this. Like, that was part of the deal. Coming here, you know? And when you isolate people, they get scared more. And they're easy to manipulate. So there's all sorts of dirt around that. But we're not going to go there right now. But basically, I'm just saying...
Or ever.
Yeah, when he's voted to never bring that. Well, you know, we should actually talk about briefly, because this is a thing. No, nothing specific there. But we should talk about that, the challenges we went through being on different ends of the spectrum at certain times. And because during our trip, especially in Vancouver, people gave us a lot of love for pretty much still being together. Because we started in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And then, so what we've learned was attractive. And I think what is really neat about this show, to be honest, and thank y'all for watching because you really bring that of us, is being okay with having differences.
Yeah.
Like that, like you can disagree but still be friends. Whoa.
I know. That is actually so trippy.
Can't believe how rare it is, too.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, like... I think some important core values probably have to line up when you have close people around you.
Well, like, we agree, like, comedy first. You know, take care of your body. There's definite truths between us that were larger than this disagreement.
Yeah.
You know, but oh shit, that challenge is one of them though.
Yeah.
That challenge is one of them. That's like, you know.
Yeah, very interesting stuff.
Perceptionally through one side and the other.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got to reflect a lot on how this new function, this new muscle, this new skill that we've learned thanks to like a certain pressure, you know, how that's almost a new virtue in itself that we've uncovered, and we allow more to be in our communication, I think, in our day-to-day now more than ever.
Oh, totally.
Instead of trying to control.
Even like me, like what just happened, like I probably would have been like crying in the corner or something like 6 years ago. And then I
felt so much more guilty.
Oh my God, totally.
And that
because
spiraled.
I was like, society told me that you're not supposed to act like this.
Yeah, I know.
Even when society also told me that I'm not supposed to be depressed or sad and that I have so much, you know, it could be so much worse. That was really the killer.
That's the same society that's telling you it's telling you what you should and shouldn't act like, but then also kind of offering no alternative for that behavior.
Yeah.
Like what to do with
they're
that.
like, oh, energy's not real. There's not energy inside your body that needs to move.
And
you're just wrong and like acting bad.
Acting bad, yeah. And just like straight up mental illness, bro. Like, I'm working through it, or like whatever, like mental, like you have to calibrate, or I don't know, like all that shit. Like, oh, but then when it's that one day a year that corporate people push forth, fucking Bell Let's Talk Day, all of a sudden you're all fucking pro, you know, fuck off, like that shit. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
how did it get bad though?
It got bad. I got pissed off. Anyway, holding differences, holding space for your friends to have you know, other options is pretty wild. It's pretty wild to do.
And also, let's do a little challenge here. So when the next time I find myself, you find yourself, you out there listening find yourself really inclined to convince someone else of something, before you
or why do you want them
tell
to feel like
them, why? You ask yourself, why is this so important to me?
Why do I need you to share the same outlook as me?
And you know what generally comes up for most people is that It's I care about you. And I think that this way of life, of being, of acting is superior to yours.
Basically, yeah. They're like saying that like you shouldn't experience this as you are proceeding. Every time I've given forceful advice to someone, it's like almost like, oh, I don't want you to be at risk for this perceivable threat that I see you walking right into. But like you can't force someone to understand a certain virtue without getting burnt.
Yeah.
You know, like you will never know. Remember watching the hot stove as a kid? That's really the best metaphor. It's like the hottest one in town, you know? Just like you got to play with fire to get burnt to know, oh, don't touch that burner.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit. Okay. And you don't do it again. You're not like, oh, I forgot though.
Yeah.
Oh, out. You're like, that is not comfortable. Like, no, by no means am I going to do that. So we learn that with physical things that give us like a zap to touch experience. But emotionally, we almost get addicted to the pain.
Yeah, we can, for sure.
We get a
We do it for too long.
cycle of needing to feel those chemicals. As you said, was I tired? Yeah, like, you know, you got to give yourself a boost somehow. And the universe is indifferent. I feel sometimes it's so funny when we label things good and bad in terms of energy, because it just is. But it's the experience you're having. Does it feel like struggle and pain, or does it feel like flow and harmony? So like it's like your life's just going to be a collection of things, actions and experiences, and you get to like peripherally design how it feels.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So, but I'm seeing today. Thank you. I'm seeing today. I haven't felt like that for so long.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just walked down to the basement of the house and hung out in a cold, dark, wet basement with no shoes on, you know? That's what I had to do because I just hadn't been there for a while. But, like, basically I've been living, like, not even on the main floor. I've been living in, like, the second story, like, for, like, a while. And we've been pretty optimistic and on the road, too.
Yeah.
Like, pretty good.
You're very optimistic.
And inviting good things in.
Yeah.
Like, having a lot of fun. Like, it's very accurate. It's not bullshit. But, like, anyway, now my vibration is raised. I'm actually pretty proud that I sat through and did a fucking podcast episode and worked through that. It's basically finding perspective on the fact that it's not bad. It's not bad to feel bad.
Amen.
Yeah, it's just like, God damn, like, I will say thanks to your good attitude today, I wasn't caught in that guilt loop. I didn't feel like I hurt you.
No.
Or like, you know, like we still did this. Like,
I got a bit snippy at the end.
that's fine though.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you bite back.
I really love, though, the frequency where I think it's hilarious.
That's good.
I
You
laugh
were there
at,
for
like,
a while.
Yeah, I know. I was there for a good chunk.
That was good.
Where I was like, I'm not going there with you. That's the version that I like the most. And I also understand that it's probably the most annoying for the person on the other side. I think for me, that's like when you're laughing at my like outrageous tantrums, it's like, yeah, it's fucking, I'm so annoyed by you. I'm like, stop laughing. This is serious.
Serious. I'm serious.
One of the most memorable pieces of advice that I got from my first yoga mentors, shout out Josh and Jenna, was never give unsolicited feedback and always ask for feedback.
Humble.
Yeah. And honestly, it's the best thing, especially in yoga, because like I can clock some things sometimes and be ready to offer feedback. I've been teaching for 10 years. I'm good at it now. and if they don't ask, then I just move on my merry way. Yep. So great. And then like, oh man, as a teacher with experience, asking for feedback is very scary. the more experience you have, asking for feedback gets harder and harder because you get more confident and solid in what you think is right. So asking for feedback is likely going to challenge, because if you're asking for feedback, you should want the feedback. You shouldn't just want someone to say, oh, it was great. Like, here's nothing. Like, get some feedback in order to improve.
Yeah, if you're asking for feedback, I think the most densely valuable thing you could hope for is like a mindful critique. But like, please don't just take liberties to make those up. Because you send people off
if people have
wrong directions.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, you can
That's
kind
true.
of sense it. Like if someone's giving you kind of like a canned answer, like so they sound smart, so they're trying to steer you to show you what they notice.
Listen, sometimes if you ask for feedback, you're going to get feedback that you don't agree with, that you don't think is true. So those are all still very valuable.
No, even if they're true, I mean, like if they're too simple almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they,
or
if
yeah,
it,
they don't
if
give a
it's not
shit.
refined,
They don't want to give feedback to you, really.
Or yeah, if it could anyway.
Or just something generic. Like,
but if you receive good feedback and you implement that shit, that is so fire.
Yeah.
That's happened a couple times, like with Alicia and me.
Totally.
I've been like, okay, good call.
That's happened with Alicia and me through you.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Alicia Rep.
Yeah,
go follow
absolutely.
the Energy Queen. What
Fuck,
are these
this has
3
been
dots?
good.
Is this like a
I have to
rash?
get going.
What is this 3 dots?
Yeah, it looks maybe, I'm not quite sure. It looks like a bit of a rash, yeah. What did you have on?
A bad attitude.
Do you want to finish with a book reading?
Yes, I do. I'll read an entire book.
This was fun.
Yeah!
I cried in this episode. There were tears that rolled down my cheek.
I didn't.
I know.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Winnie, can you please pick a numero between 2 and 222?
141.
Fantastic. Organized planning. Ooh, right off the top. Number 16. Over caution. The person who takes no chances generally has to take whatever is left when others have finished choosing. Over caution is as bad as under caution. Both are extremes to be guarded against. Life itself is filled with the element of chance. Number 17. Wrong selection of associates in business. This is one of the most common causes of failure in business. This is Think and Grow Rich, and they do the 30 major causes of failure. And we picked up at number 16. These are great. This is one of the most common causes of failure in business. In marketing your services, you should take great care to select an employer who will be an inspiration and who is intelligent and successful. We emulate those with whom we associate most closely. Pick an employer who is worth emulating. Nice. 18. Superstition and prejudice. Superstition is a form of fear. It is also a sign of ignorance. People who succeed keep open minds and are afraid of nothing. Number 19. Wrong selection of vocation. No one can succeed in a line of endeavor they do not like. The most essential step in marketing your services is selecting an occupation into which you can throw yourself wholeheartedly. 20. Lack of concentration of effort. The jack of all trades is seldom good at any. Concentrate all your efforts on one definite chief aim. 21. The habit of indiscriminate spending. Spendthrifts cannot succeed. mainly because they stand eternally in fear of poverty. Form the habit of a systematic saving by putting aside a definite percentage of your income. Money in the bank gives you a very safe foundation of courage when bargaining for the sale of your services. Without money, you must take what you are offered and be glad to get it. Just because it's 22 and it's the next one, I'm just going to read it. Lack of enthusiasm. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be convincing. Moreover, enthusiasm is contagious, and the person who has it under control is generally welcome in any group of people.
Wow. It has it under control.
That's a big one. That's right. Chill the fuck out. What you're passionate about, get enthused about. That's so, like, these are so great. Like, I could read all these. Intolerance, intemperance, inability to cooperate, possession of power not acquired through self-effort.
Oh, I'll put an affiliate code through Amazon in the description.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Guys, I highly suggest this book. This book changed my life.
We're going to reread it together.
This is essentially the Bible for an entrepreneur. This is like what you need to know. This talks about quantum physics. This is self-awareness with a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I could definitely go for this. This stuff like this is what I got addicted to help me shake those petty feelings. You know, it's like, just wake up. You got to man up a bit.
Yeah.
God, that's good. Fuck. I guess I'm done being a little bitch now.
Oh, hey everyone. That was so nice.
That was nice.
For
Thanks
chilling
for the
with
hang.
us.
Basically,
it's becoming more and more personal all the
personal.
time.
I mean, if you really want that kind of like, you know, rah mindful life coach stuff, episode between 1 and 100, killer.
Yeah.
Basically, post 100, we've been like, oh, this is our shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can start to go back on some topics now.
Oh, for sure. We should re-expand what we know.
Yeah.
Now we should revisit some topics, talk about the defenseman, which my defenseman showed up late to the party today.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was good, though. You know, I think it had to do with going back to sleep and waking up halfway through a sleep cycle. At the end of the day, it seemed like something beyond my control.
There you go.
Which is wild. Anyway, thanks for walking me through it.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
Share this with anyone
with
who you think wants to hear it.
Or push it upon someone who doesn't.
No, I think we decided that didn't
get
work.
in someone's car. What's the Bluetooth, man? Oh, yeah, put some music on? Yeah, sure, music.
Okay,
What's
here's
the
what you
Bluetooth?
can
Blink,
actually
blink.
do.
Start this episode.
Go to our
I'm
Spotify.
the shittiest.
Get the latest episode. Share it via Bluetooth and then just click anyone who's available at that time, and maybe someone will accept it.
AirDrop?
AirDrop it. I mean,
Yes,
that's what I meant.
If
AirDrop.
you go on any airplanes, get screen cap it, and then get ready to AirDrop it to all the people who have open AirDrop situation.
Exactly. That's what you can do.
That's what you can do.
So
Help the
do
show.
that.
So that'd be a perfect thing. That's
We
what we're
also-
telling you to do.
We're also on Patreon. We do daily affirmations. That's the biggest sort of gift that we give you on there. So if you don't start your day with affirmations, you can start it with us.
Yeah, guys, Winnie writes these.
Yeah.
And like these are ones that often we use as well, or that we just are fans of. But basically we try and create. Winnie's been killing it with these. I'm so happy.
The minimum tier is $4 a month. So
Come on.
You'll be supporting this podcast directly, and you get some cool tools along the way. So just come on and
Cool tools. Maybe there's nudes. Maybe there's not. But you get all the BTS videos pre-drop.
We have a goal to get to 100 people.
Yeah,
so.
we'd like to get to 100 people. So sign up for Patreon and tell your friend and your sister and your mother to do it too. And get in their car. And even Ubers, like, hey, what's the Bluetooth, man, before you take off? Put on an episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not this one.
This one was great.
But it's a slow burner, you know? It's a steamer. You got to
I don't know.
You got to sit with it.
I thought we got heavy quick, and that often attracts people.
Right, that's true. Like right away, me being like, "Fuck this," like,
"Fuck you,"
fucking sweet, fucking fuck you, fuck me, fuck this, fuck them, fuck it all. And this podcast has swearing.
Yeah, and so that's why some of our content is considered 18 plus. Also, we smoke weed, and that's not federally legal in the United States of America yet.
Oh. Looks like you're standing some cottage cheese.
I love you. This was fun.
No, that's
Happy
just
to
your
be
ass.
here. We got another guest for next week, and then we'll be back the following week, Fridays at 7 p.m. Sorry about the last couple weeks of YouTube lateness.
No. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
They were right on time.
And they'll be on time moving forward, I hope.
I
See, that
feel
was something
better
I
now.
screwed up on, and I forgave myself pretty quickly.
Yeah, but no big deal. You didn't
Critically.
delete something that you spent hours editing.
No. Well, whatever. I love you guys. It's time for me to go. I need to finish my playlist for yoga class. Then go over it because I'm not too familiar with my sequence yet.
Oh! Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.
There I was, smoothly transitioning from local act to international working musician. I went from performing on a street corner to setting a world record for releasing 365 songs with music videos in 1 year. Living in and living Hollywood, collaborating with media stars, shooting my special, and producing work that was finally... Hey, what the f***? That's what could have been. I was working the day shift at a dive bar.
Another day in the shithole. He's taking comments and suggestions from that little box and making songs with this live band.
Wait a second. Let's take one more. And it just says rocket ship. A rocket ship and wrestling crocodiles. You got something that feels like maybe a rocket ship?
Yeah.
Let's do this song then.
Send me to outer space.
So impressive.
Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot. Being high has helped me with my anxiety. It's helped my social skills. Well, it's helped me feel okay about my shitty social skills. It doesn't make my social skills better, but it sure does make sitting in that awkward moment in a social interaction a lot more bearable. You know, that moment where no one in the group has anything left to say, and you desperately want to yell at all of them, just say something. Being high makes that hilarious and not torture.
Yo. It's Ellevan from Anger Town. These plants just helped me chill out. Found focus. Found confidence. All of a sudden I was productive. Less protective. More progressive. Yeah, we talk about stuff like I'm a next sommelier. But this is about a medicine, baby. We wish everyone a mindful life. It's been a helpful tool for us. And whatever the route to peace, it's each individual's journey. And the more we communicate, maybe we can all help each other out. Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host, Ellevan.
And my name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And that's Ralph.